Hello, it's been a little minute. Just wanted to say hi. I've been drinking green tea, so I'm a little hype right now. There's no script, so bear with me if I go all over the place. Something else I've really learned recently has been the power of just talking to people. If you're confused, for me, like trying to get my information from online, from everywhere, instead of just doing that, ask people, like, hey, have you ever experienced this? How has this gone for you? Because for me, I've discovered that I learn a lot from people's experiences. A lot of times we see it as networking, and it makes it almost like a transactional thing. Like, hey, if you talk to this person, you'll get this or that or this connection that's very powerful and they can do this for you. But this is actually how humans were designed. This is how we optimally move, We thrive off of connection. I think I thrive off of that. I thrive off of interviewing people and learning about their life and using that information to be successful in any area. So yeah, because I've been trying to get away from using corporate jargon in my real life, because I feel like, and I might go on a side tangent, but that's okay, but I feel like society is slowly it already was, but it's slowly becoming more capitalistic, more corporate focused, instead of people focused. And so when you use different words like success and almost giving yourself KPIs to define your life, whether it was good or bad, then I think that starts to make ourselves into a corporation and a business. And we need to remember, yes, we're hustling for the money, whenever, but ultimately we're doing that to survive, to live. So I can't be saying that, I can't be defining my life as success. I can say, oh, I'm happy. Oh, I've been very blessed, I just feel like the wording really matters. But I think that you also need to have boundaries in terms of your corporate life and then your actual life. Your whole life is not a networking event. It's also really just building human connection. God doesn't see you as a business. And so that has just been a word that's really came to me recently. You can bring your God-given skills to different areas to help you make money, to help you work in a field that is interesting to you, but I just don't feel like it's healthy to define your life as a success and also define it as something that is so polarizing. Something else that has really just came up for me has been the idea of optimization. Now, I know I'm sounding kind of nerdy right now. I'm getting back into my data science bag and everything, but I have discovered I had to kind of unprogram myself from my data science background. You can optimize data. You can do that for work and everything. Stop trying to optimize your life. I feel like we are a generation that strives for perfection. So optimize and perfect, striving for perfection, can be used interchangeably. But we try to optimize for perfection. And I think that what I've been doing too has been trying to optimize the route that I go to get to where I need to be. And a lot of times, that's not going to help you learn the lessons that God wants you to learn along the way, or else He wouldn't have you go through these obstacles. We can learn a lot from an unoptimized life, from mistakes, from different things. And yes, it's really great to know, oh, maybe I should figure out what's the best way to do this. But sometimes, in some cases, if that's not applicable to you, or if things just happen, I don't think we should beat ourselves up for having a non-optimized version of our life, for making mistakes. Oh, I went down this path. Let me actually turn back and try this way. It might take longer, but what have you learned along the way? And also, you are able to live without regrets when you go that direction. When you try different things, turn back around. Now okay, I've gone through this maze. I know for sure that route is not the right way to go. We can check that off the list without even having to look back, versus you I'm just going to keep staying this route. And you're kind of oh, I wonder if that was the right route the whole time you're going through the maze. And then you're just you can't have peace with your past decisions, really, because you haven't explored anything else. As someone that likes their life optimized and has tried to do that for pretty much my whole life, it has been pretty optimized. It's been now it's turn back, it's all over the place. But I feel at peace now with the things that didn't go right, because now I'm not sitting there questioning, should I have gone this route? I have tried it and I failed. But I don't have to go back in the maze and say, hey, are you sure? Like, thinking about that the whole time I'm moving forward. I'm able to just be like, no, that's not the route. And I think the biggest theme of 2024, 2025 has been releasing control. And I think that has been building my faith, because I like to control things. Yeah, that's the sentence. I was going to try to make an excuse, but no. God has been telling me, you literally can't. Like, literally, you can think you are, but you're just wasting energy, because ultimately I'm in control. That has been coming up even with like me wanting my prayers answered. I'm not sure if anyone has dealt with this before, but do you ever just pray for something and then you're constantly looking for the signs that your prayer is being answered, and then you're trying to force different things to make your prayer answered? Because it's like, I know I believe in God, but I'm like, he wouldn't be quiet for when I'm praying for something, so maybe I'm not looking close enough. And then you start like forcing things to happen, and like God is like, no, it's just not happened yet. So stop forcing it. Like, sit down. Stop trying to control everything. Stop trying to speak for me. That has been like my life, my thoughts. And that's how I feel about control. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.